So this is my My Tek Sumo version 1.1. I've done an earlier video of this, but things have evolved a little bit as I've found out what this thing can do. So as before, this is a $30 wing from Hobby King, made of EPP, great little wing. I've had many hours of fun with this thing. It has been through many crashes. It's probably almost as much weight in hot glue as there is in foam, but I mean, it's very easy to repair, and it repairs quite well. I've had to, the whole nose is pretty much just layered with hot glue. Made it so it holds up a lot better. Now originally I was running just the one battery, and I was getting up to about 18 minutes of flight. But as I've added more hardware, I've decided that I wanted to, well, originally I was starting to have a problem with balance, so my center of gravity started to deviate a little bit too much to the front, so I needed to add a little bit of tail weight or move some of the forward weight back. So what I did was I realized that if I added a bit of tail weight, I could actually do so, of course, with a battery. If you're going to add weight, you might as well add something that's useful. So I added a second battery, so I'm now running two 1500 milliamp 2550C Turnigy Nanotech batteries. One of them connects to the original connection here, and I've taken it out of this pocket. Now, of course, I've got a 3D printer, so when I made the battery holders, I had a little wheel to the front and to the back. They're identical battery holders, just one goes one way, one goes the other way, and they actually pass through. I still running my 18 amp Turnigy Plush. I actually have a 30 amp multi-star on its way. Has a 3 amp actually switching BEC, which will be nicer than this linear, and this gets pretty hot as it's powering, well, two 14-gram servos, and the Naze 32 revision 5, and it's powering this Mobius, which has quite a bit of draw on it as well. I have a FR Sky X6R, and then on the other side I have the Immersion RC 600 milliwatt video transmitter. In there is also a Minim OSD, which is why I have these. Now I'm running the Minim OSD off of the UART1 output, which means I have to disconnect these if I'm powering the wing and I want to plug in the USB, or that will interfere, but that's okay. I've added these little quick connects out here. Well, it's actually just a servo extension leads, so I can just unplug these, and I've labeled them, of course, so that I don't get them confused. Now I've added more caps just to kind of keep things clean. I've taken the 4 screws out of this so that I can pull this off for the purpose of this video. But there we are. Now that's just a Afroflight Revision 5 from Hobby King. That's the $24 Naze 32. Means it has no barometer and no magnometer, but in the wing configuration you don't really need that. You just really need a decent compass. And I don't do any automated flight. I'm using the Naze as stabilization and also to convert the signals so that I can pre-program the signals and then just hook my receiver up to it and not have to worry about mixing. So that's pretty much most of that. Now for the battery, one of them comes up over the back here, and this is a Multi-Star Mini Monster. It's a 2306 quad racing motor. Fantastic little motor. It's running a 7.3 slow fly prop. And so that's power lead 1, and of course they're just running parallel, so there's lead 2. Inside here we got the piezo buzzer, and what I've done is I've cut out a square between the top and the bottom here, so that most of the wires actually bundle and hide underneath the FC, the flight controller. Now originally I was running S-Bus with a little inverter that I made, but I decided I want to take the I needed more speed for the minimal SD, so what I've done is I've added, I purchased a whole bunch more of these little FR Sky S-Bus CPPM adapters so that I can just run it right into the input. I do have a few other NASes on the way. Well, actually, they're not NAS, they're the SP Racing Pro boards. I ordered a whole whack of them so that I can continue adding to my project. I've also ordered a couple APMs. Honestly, I think what I'm going to order another one of these wings and start over. Just this thing's been through hell, and I have a completely different configuration in mind. What I want to do with the batteries is, instead of installing them on the bottom, I'm going to make plastic grates like these that actually will go onto the sides of the wings here, lay flush along the bottom so that I can insert the batteries from the top, and they'll insert right down into the foam and be plenty reinforced, so there'll be the holes and then the battery straps. I'll move things like the compass around. I'm going to stay with the Mobius on the second edition, only I'm going to go with the APM so that I can have return to home. It also makes it nice. You can create a little auto launch sequence where when you throw it, because you basically, when I throw, I have my goggles on my forehead, and so I'm taking off line of sight, trying to get it up into the air, and then trying to pull the goggles down and make sure I maintain control. So what I'm going to do with the APM is I have an auto launch set up with APM I currently have, where I throw and the auto sequence just automatically takes it up to 20 meters, turns it around, and hovers it above where you got your GPS lock. This way I can take my time, pull my goggles down, and then flick the switch into whichever mode I want and go flying. That's about it. I mean, this thing's been awesome. The new flight time with the 2 batteries on this is actually pushing about 33 minutes of normal flight, and I haven't done a gentle flight yet to get to see what the maximum I can get out of the batteries. But it flies well. My total weight is about 850 grams, all up, and that's a lot heavier. Then I think they rated this as like a 350 under the stock configuration, but no, I'm loving this wing, and version 2 will be coming shortly. And but yeah, great little flyer, durable, and it's been put through many crashes. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and happy flying.